We begin the third quarter at the Western Oval with Collingwood leading by 9 points, 4-6 to 6-3. The Magpies have this very strong breeze in the third quarter, and this quarter almost certainly will decide the match. Footscray through Williams go forward first, albeit not very far. Up towards half forward, the ball picked up for them down there by Collins. Desperate to get a score early in this quarter if they can. No goals, by the way, have been scored at that end of the ground. Christian to Barwick. This is big Cousins. The umpire did pay a free kick there to Footscray. The advantage rule paid. And Kennedy leads out, takes the mark. Finally picked up again for Footscray by Collins. Oh, Campbell, strong mark.
Brian Royal got buried.
Yes, his teammate Royal not too happy. It's close. Tuddenham and Atkins right on the line, and it goes through for one behind. 4-7 to 6-3. Here's Campbell's mark again, Don.
And it was McEwen that collected young Brian Royal. I shouldn't say young Brian Royal, a little Brian Royal.
Well, he's younger than you. 4-7 to 6-3. I think. Hawke at the back. Oh, strong mark. Playing particularly well today, Paul Hawke. 12 possessions so far. That's his second mark. Hawke from just outside the square. Lets the wind get the distance for him. At the back of the pack is Footscray captain Steve Wallis. His kick predictably against the breeze is a short one. Hanbury gets dragged down by Kerrison.
Where's this 50-metre penalty gone that they were paying early in the year?
It's a little inconsistent. I don't know whether that was one, though. Williams, strong mark at the left half-forward flank.
Footscray looking good to start this third term. Low kicks, working the ball at the present time. This one's a high one. It holds up in the breeze. Knocked away from Kennedy down there. McGuinness back towards Williams. He's claimed by Kerrison. Sliding in there was Collins, right on the boundary line. Gets the kick away, and Kennedy takes the mark. He was made to earn it. Rick Kennedy will kick from about 45 metres out, and I'd venture to say, if, as Michael Roberts was saying just after half-time, the breeze has freshened, he won't get the distance. Still, he's taking his time. He's got one goal so far. Good-looking kick. Has it got the carry? The first goal of the day against the breeze.
And a very ecstatic Rick Kennedy, and I can remember Rick Kennedy making his debut as a half-back flanker. Michael Christian coming off the ground, and he'll be replaced at centre-half-back by Craig Kelly. But he wasn't the best of kicks, and it's a credit to Kennedy the way that he has really worked on his game. I didn't think he'd make the distance, but a great kick into the wind.
Rick Kennedy has 2 goals. And I guess you've got to value that as being worth about 3 or 4 up into it. So a close game now, and Footscray going into the breeze, doing all the attacking. One of the stars of the first half, Renstead, grabs it and boots it back Collingwood's way. Awkward bounce down there, plugs in the mud then. DAICOS goes in, knocks it out. Hawkins slides in. Monkhorst falls on top of him, and there'll be a ball up.
Just off the edge of the square, or the centre wicket area rather. Still in the square. Yes, if Footscray can get a sniff of victory here, it could be hard to stop. They'll have the wind in the final term. McPherson went for a knock on. Hawke again playing an excellent game of football for the Magpies. Up inside 50. Player dragged down there was Alexander, and the ball spills free into the right forward pocket. Ford keeps it in. Don't know whether that was too smart. But they'll get out of it though. This is Hogg up to Hanbury. Long kick. Kennedy a juggle, had about 3 of them, couldn't pick it up. Williams tackled too high. One would have thought would have got a free kick. A late whistle and some frayed tempers again. I would imagine the free kick would still stand. Williams last to get up with the ball. It's a likely looking customer, doesn't it? 7 kicks so far and 3 handballs for 10 possessions at left centre wing. Might have almost been touched off the boot, that. Jamie Turner subsequently went for the punch on. Cousins, likewise, not an accurate punch away, picked up by Tuddenham. Out to MILLANE at the right half-forward plank, playing a lot of football on that end of the ground, dragged off it by Wallis. Boundary throw-in.
talking of Wallis's, Terry Wallis is yet to appear for Footscray. Maybe he has an injury.
Footscray crowd finding voice in this third term after that goal by Kennedy against the Breeze. Tony McGuinness scoops the ball out. Cousins runs into a brick wall. MILLANE throws it out. That's out of bounds. And the boundary umpire says throw it in. Footscray crowd saw it. Identical position. Cousins and Monkhorst, or Monkhorst, beautifully done. Can he find an accurate hand pass? He can't. Steve Wallace's kick is a short one towards the centre wing, off the hands of Craig Kelly. Tuddenham went without the ball. Plenty of desperation in this quarter. Down goes Saunders.
Not much by Paul Tuddenham on that occasion. He was going before he even had the ball. You've got to put your body over the ball.
Ball up. Monkhorst doing well in the ruck. Again, couldn't get an accurate hand pass. Too high on Atkins. And Atkins will take the free kick for Footscray at the left centre wing.
Top one as Shane Kerrison went through too.
There's Atkins on centre wing. Have Collingwood been past half forward? I don't think they have in this term so far. Here's Brian Royal on the practice wicket area. Goes to ground, still looking for a kick. Gathered by Turner, who's been a reliable defender. Back to Atkins. What a transformation. Footscray doing all the attacking. Mind you, it's hard work. Into the Breeze goes the kick. Saunders twice. Oh! Kelly.
The old coat hanger.
Kennedy and Kelly have been at it all day. This is Turner. He played on from a free kick, so the ball will come back. Had a rush of blood, not surprising. I don't know what that conversation is about.
Well, it's only around the neck. It wasn't a swing, was it?
No, no.
So a free kick. But the umpire goes up and makes a point.
But the umpire has whistled it back because Kelly played on with a hand pass after being awarded the free kick. So it'll be a bounce. But why was he talking to Kennedy?
He didn't like his
free kick, obviously.
Oh, I see. Right, right. So we've got the bounce. I'm glad we've cleared that up, Don. So here's the bounce at half forward. One down by Kelly, knocked back by McGuinness. Kelly again. Atkins gets it across to Williams. Back into the congestion. Hanbury has kicked a couple of goals to McLean, and Footscray go forward yet again. Almost a clever mark to Collins. It's paid. It may be the free that he's paid. I think it was a free kick. So Collins.
A great mark by the little fellow. I couldn't understand why he was off the ground, because each time I've seen Collins, he's done particularly well.
That was interesting because Brian Royal had him by the foot. He had his teammate by the foot while his teammate was trying to take a mark. Here's Collins. He'll kick from about 40 metres out. Will he get the distance? Good looking kick. That's a beauty. I'd say that Breeze has dropped.
You're looking sharp, you're looking good, you've come so far, and we know how to make the most of who you are. Father to son, it's what we've always done.
Gillette Contour Plus with lubricating strip for the best a man can get.
The best a man can get.
This is the 420 export pie. It's bigger, chunkier, and now available oven fresh from these very special 420 hot shops. You'll love it, because while 420 have taken the pie out of Australia, they've taken none of the Australian out of the pie.
Get the job done with ease, with door-to-door hire. Get the job done with ease, with door-to-door hire. When there's something that you've just got to do, call us up, I will bring it right to you. Get the job done with ease, with door-to-door hire. Door-to-door hire.
If you lose your American Express traveler's checks, find a phone. Because now, even if you're in the middle of nowhere, you can get replacement checks hand-delivered to you. simply by calling American Express anytime on one of the world's 570 million phones. But remember, this new service comes only with American Express travelers' checks.
So if your bank doesn't carry them, go to one that does. Don't leave home without them.
You want to be out there wearing sweat-hot sweatshirts now. You want to be seen out there wearing sweat-hot sweatshirts. Wow! 'Cause you feel so fine. Think they're staring at what you're wearing. Sweat-hot sweatshirts. Wearing sweat-hot sweatshirts. Wearing sweat-hot sweatshirts.
Good afternoon. Among the stories making news tonight at 6 o'clock, success for the search party in the Northern Territory with 6 missing bushwalkers found safe and well. High winds blamed for a power surge that's damaged homes and angered residents in Coburg, and Queensland Police hunt the killer of a man and woman and 2 dogs on the Gold Coast overnight. The full story after the football.
Nobody knows Melbourne like 7.
43-39. And Footscray in front for the first time today. McPherson tries to scuttle the ball out of the centre. Very muddy out there. Hawkins off the ground. And Williams takes the mark in front of KERRISON. Relays it quickly to McGuinness. Lightning speed. Oh, he's flattened after he got rid of the ball by MILLANE. He was poleaxed.
And the umpire, who's that? MILLANE running down to the umpire. MILLANE will have to watch himself. He might be reported.
I don't know whether he's recorded, Don, but it was...
No, he's going down and arguing with the umpire. I thought he might have had a bit of an altercation with Kennedy the way he took off. He was making a beeline for the umpire. Certainly gave him a piece of his mind.
Campbell has kicked 1 goal so far. That was in the second quarter with the wind. Let's see how he goes against it. 30 metres out, he's hooked it. It might be okay, though. It's a goal.
Well, hasn't a remarkable change come over this game. And Collingwood, their position doesn't look too good, because with this breeze you'd expect them, as they did in the first quarter, to kick at least 5 goals. But it's Footscray, the ones who have taken the lead and doing very, very well. Campbell has been a decoy, been, I suppose, well held by McEwen, but hasn't been aided by the breeze, although he took a terrific mark earlier.
Collingwood runner going out.
Interesting to see a breakdown on the stats in this quarter so far. Collingwood have hardly had the ball.
Back into the centre. Handy goal to Campbell. Knocked away, albeit not very far from the centre circle. Finally, Turner gets a kick for Collingwood. That's about their first real forward thrust in this term. Alexander, who kicked the first goal of the match down that end. Forward. Goes for the long kick out at the fence. Oh, Monkhorst got one for his corner from Collins. That's got to be a free kick. And Monkhorst will take the free, 65 to 70 metres out from goal, but directly in front with the breeze behind him. Let's see if he can get onto the kick. Big pack of players down there. Wigney appeals for the free kick. He might have got it. Or is it Colin? Cousins. He's paying the free kick too. Cousins takes it. He's gone for the short pass. Brian Royal in the back pocket, just about pinned by Brown. He gets it to Hawkins.
Hawkins across to Hogg, claimed by MILLANE. DAICOS has got the run of it. Royal goes in on him. DAICOS back again. MILLANE was there too. MILLANE got the hand pass out. Barwick. MILLANE once more with strength. McGuan's got the run of it. Hunter put his body in. He's over the ball, dragged off it. Atkins emerges with it. Oh, she's tough at the moment. Atkins towards the outer side. Steve Wallis has got it. And Western Oval is really jumping. The local fans haven't had a lot to cheer this season. This is Kelly. Long hand pass. Comes to McGuan. He's almost claimed. Gets it back to Barwick. Barwick through the centre. Long kick towards full forward. In front, the mark is taken down there by Cousins. And Footscray have got plenty of time. Cousins across the goal face. Forward. Draws a man. Ambitious hand pass. Out of bounds in front of Hawkins. So in this quarter, Footscray have added 3 goals. At half-time, they were 4-6. Collingwood haven't scored since the first quarter. Royal gets a kick away, and the mark is taken by MILLANE. There's the time remaining. MILLANE goes across field. Turner now Turner from 50 metres out. What's he done with this? It's a long kick, but it's off target, through for a minor score.
Just about kicked it into Williamstown Road.
And Redstead coming off for Collingwood. Interesting that Wallis was taken off because Redstead was playing well and being replaced by Graham Wright.
15 minutes left in this term. Steve Wallis marked the kick in front of Bayliss. Game a long way from over yet, but a good start to the second half by Footscray against the breeze. Hanbury claims the mark. They've just about been pated by the umpire. Didn't get anything for it. That was almost kicking in danger likewise. Barwick shovels it out. Banks, a high kick. And Cousins again on the last line of defence takes the mark in front of Manson. Doing some good work down there. Sort of reminiscent of Gary Dempsey in his better days. Forward. That's a mark, is it not? No, says the umpire. Hawke claims it. Free kick on the shoulder to the Collingwood player. And Eccleston is having a few words to say.
You see this free kick here on replay, and Hawke's got this ball well within kicking distance. Eccleston around the neck.
Not much doubt about it. Into the goal square. Was it through or was it a free kick?
Hit the post.
Hit the post. Michael Ford to kick in. Just waiting for the goal umpire to finish waving the flags.
He took a tumble too, Pete.
The goal umpire hasn't had too much to do. He was down the other end and nothing happened in the first half, and he's been down there and Collingwood still hasn't got a goal. Ford to the outer side or defensive side of the park. Barwick, great mark.
Done well today, Barwick.
He doesn't often play a bad game. Oh, kicks into the man on the mark. Give him the wrap, and that's what happens. Finally, it's Wigney. Long looping hand pass to Brian Royal. And a short pass to Williams is effective. Williams at the right half-back flank for Footscray. The Bulldogs trying to make every post a winner in this term. Kennedy in front of Kelly. Royal again. McPherson. To Atkins, in turn to McLean. McLean at right half forward, a little chip shot down towards McGuinness. Kerrison comes out with courage. Push in the back, going Footscray's way. I would have thought it would be the other way, and it'll be taken by Collins.
Against Kerrison on that occasion.
Thank you, Don. And chipping in is Hanbury. Can he make it goal number 3? Oh. 45 metres out. He shoots. Goal umpire waiting. I think it was a goal.
Might be a report out there too.
I didn't watch the report, or what could have been a report. Ooh, that was solid. I haven't seen any books come out yet. I'm still looking at the goal umpire.
He hasn't got the all clear yet.
No, he hasn't got the all clear. I think it was a goal though, Dennis.
Yep. Yeah, Doug's putting things in perspective now.
No, I think the goal has been paid.
Oh, sure.
Yes, it's a goal.
And listen to that roar.
Well, things don't look good for Collingwood. I know we've only played 15 minutes into this, the third quarter. But isn't it amazing? Hanbury kicking his third goal, and they've all more or less come in identical ways. He's picked up or finished off, and 2 of those goals coming in the second quarter, and he finished off very, very well again, Matthew Hanbury. Be interesting to see whether a report came out of that incident.
3 goals to Hanbury. Footscray doing well. Under 13 minutes left in this quarter. It's been an excellent one for the Bulldogs so far. Hawke out to Gavin Brown, who was brilliant in the first half. Brown's kick up towards the 50-metre line. And Footscray have shown a lot more desperation in this half of the game so far. Wright and Wallis throws it out. Could have been a free kick. Picked up by Banks. Close to the boundary line. He's carted over with an excellent tackle by Eccleston for a throw-in.
They are inspired at the present time, Footscray. There's Michael Christian waiting to come back on.
Monkhorst going off, Dennis.
Cousins wins it down. Royal has done well. Hanbury. A lot of confidence there. Got it to Hunter. Across to the runner forward now. He's away up from the back pocket. Great chase from Barwick. It was Alexander who dragged him down. Alexander ties it up. And there will be a ball up. Great chase by the young man.
It's terrific to see forwards work like that. Usually forwards only work when they've got a smell at goal. But he really had to defend then, Alexander. Good stuff.
He was quick. This is Hawke. Gets it away to Barwick. Barwick goes Goldwood. Collingwood's first of the quarter.
I don't know, Jono. Have a look at this. The car's got a whole computer system that actually tells you what's wrong with it. And those backyard boys, I think it's just a question of changing a couple of these, I don't know. Unbelievable.
Yeah, you better look at the distributor cap. Could be cracked. It's probably non-genuine too.
Yeah, doing that.
Commodore's all finished. Have a listen to this.
Love it.
At the Melbourne Big, we believe there are better ways to do things. We leave listings open for months longer to make the most up-to-date buying guide available. We keep in touch with our customers to stop dead listings. We combine classifications and use bigger print to make the book easier to use. We didn't have to be Einsteins to know how to list all Melbourne's businesses in one volume. We might not look big, but when it comes to big thinking, we outweigh the heavyweight every time. The Melbourne Big. We're too smart to be thick.
This may be the sort of cottage you've always wanted. But since Wednesday's Tats Lotto has jackpotted to an estimated $2 million, this is the cottage you could have. Don't dream it, do it.
Carpet Call has done it again with this $1.4 million sellout of superb quality 100% New Zealand wool carpet. All famous brands. There's Berber Loop Pile, Plush Pile, Twist Pile and Cut Pile. All superb quality, heavy duty and hard wearing. Available in 7 delightful styles, this pure wool carpet is excellent value at $81 per metre. But be quick, as stocks are limited and first to see will buy.
Give us a call.
Call Carpet Call.
The experts in the trade. If you want high security but lower returns, try a bank. If you want high returns and high security, try Estate Mortgage. Estate Mortgage. High returns. Nice and safe.
Cold.
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 Ooh, and there's people depending on you.
Soldier on, soldier on, soldier on with Codrell. Soldier on, soldier on, soldier on with Codrell. Soldier on, soldier on. You know you're winning now. Fight when things are going right. Soldier on with Codrell, soldier on. Soldier on with Codrell, soldier on.
8:30 tonight.
Welcome to heaven.
A cast of Hollywood's finest.
I don't want to be dead.
This is the love story of the year.
I could help you.
A movie premiere you'll never forget.
Not exactly what you expected in life.
Starring Kelly McGillis, Deborah Winger, Maureen Stapleton and Academy Award winner Timothy Hutton.
I'm going, aren't I?
Theirs was a love that knew no boundaries.
Ask you to put me next door to her, just put me in the same country, I'll find her.
For the first time on television, a story that will break your heart. Sharp presents Made in Heaven, 8:30 tonight on 7.
Big cluster of players around the ball. Good bounce from the umpire too. Backhanded by Cousins, high in the air. Hawke stood his ground. Hanbury the hurried kick out towards half forward. Kelly gets the hand pass away. Crashing through McGuinness. Takes it back. The hand pass came from Collins. McGuinness hand passes over the top. Hogg slides in there. He's in trouble, Hogg. Tries to shovel it across to support. McGuinness pushes it across the boundary line. And the ball will be thrown in.
Under 11 minutes left in the third quarter. Over the top, Manson, McPherson, well tackled by Hawke. Atkins gets the hand pass out. Hawkins onto Royal. Royal at left half forward, gets to the 50-metre line, decides on the centering kick. Big marks needed here. No one there. Campbell into the open goal. McPherson 5 metres out. And goals.
Well, we look back behind play from Paul Tuddenham, and not too good after that clash with Ron McEwen. But it was the Collingwood fellows that capitalised. McPherson running into goal, and Tuddenham doesn't look too good at all. He hasn't really moved. Let's hope he's all right.
He landed very.
So he's
Did
left
land
knee.
awkwardly. And after that heavy collision, Paul Tuddenham being carried from the ground by trainers. Michael Roberts will have some news on him shortly, but the injury does not look too good. Footscray with a lot of desperation in this quarter. Nobody can get it out of the centre though, and the umpire will ball it up in the mud patch. And Paul Tuddenham being hustled off the ground pretty quickly He's going to come through the interchange gate, so maybe that's a sign that perhaps the injury isn't as bad as perhaps it could be.
He can go over the boundary line, Peter, straight out over the boundary line.
McPherson. McLean. Now, was he tackled by Hawke when he didn't have it? Didn't matter. McLean again. Turner in front. Doesn't get a good bounce. Royal chips in beautifully. Stumbles. On to McGuinness. Great burst of speed. McGuinness, short pass. On a lead. Campbell. Can't mark it. And socked away by Saunders. Atkins again. Shovels it back to Kennedy. Short pass. McGuinness on his own.
Playing with a lot of confidence, Collingwood.
Well, others wanted to fight. McGuinness just stood there and took the mark.
Royal's had a great term, hasn't he? He's really sparked them, Brian Royal, in this quarter.
Just backs up what we thought at the start of the game. Why wasn't he on the field?
And Kennedy also has done well at centre half forward.
It's a busy game, isn't it?
It's a good game. You always get value for your money out at the Western Oval. Footscray are often hard to beat out here. Better sides than this Collingwood one. They've fallen. It's not a bad Collingwood lineup. McGuinness, will he get the distance? Might have just shaved the post. One behind.
And credit to Tony McGuinness too. He's shaken the tag. He hasn't played too well with the tag in previous weeks. And he had KERRISON earlier. Well, he's broken that tag, and now he's got Saunders. And he's still doing well, so credit to McGuinness. Let's hope he turns the corner as far as form goes.
McEwen tries to kick it too far. Not a good kick as a result. Christian got a fist on it. Then in turn Turner. Christian towards the boundary line. It's out of bounds and will be thrown in. Footscray comes storming back into this game. At halftime they were 4-6. No goals had been scored into the breeze. And in this quarter they've added 5. This is Hanbury. Gets the hand pass away. That man again, Brian Royal, 50 metres out, spears it to Campbell.
How about Tony Lockett?
I wonder if there is a breeze out there now. Just looking at, I know poplar trees aren't a good indication because they're very light on top.
With the windsock, Don, at the other end of the ground.
Here's Campbell then. The kicks certainly seem to be going further than they did early in the game. He's put it through.
Next time you change your oil, trade up to BP Visco 2000. Because a change of oil could change your image. Enter the BP Visco 2000 competition. See a participating BP service station now, and you could win a great new Nissan Exa. Hey, a Nissan Exa! BP, on the move.
If you want a high return investment without any hidden charges, try a state mortgage. High returns, nice and safe.
Activate CC, the cough silencer.
You want to be out there wearing sweat-hot sweatshirts now. You want to be seen out there wearing sweat-hot sweatshirts. Wow! 'Cause you feel so fine. Think they're staring at what you're wearing. Sweat-hot sweatshirts. Wearing sweat-hot sweatshirts. Wearing sweat-hot sweatshirts.
A young guy busted.
Look, it doesn't matter. Nothing happened.
When a girl's caught leaving his bedroom.
You have an underage girl in your bedroom. It's just like you, Sarge. That's typical. Assume the worst.
A young girl on the run from her parents pleading she was in need of help.
What sort of trouble? I would have found out if Super Snooper hadn't gone barging in.
But Frank uncovers the real story.
You've been had, my boy.
Has the city kid been outsmarted?
So where is she? I hadn't got a clue. You scared her off.
And a bike accident leaves Esme in a state of shock. A country practice, 7:30 Monday.
Footscray by 21 points in North Melbourne, and their supporters watching this game with interest. Collingwood can't afford to falter. DAICOS lays a tackle, and it's going to be a free kick Collingwood's way. Steve Wallis penalised for holding the ball, and DAICOS should be able to score from here. He'll kick from 50 metres out.
Be a handy one for Collingwood. Let's watch it again. Seen worse than that not paid. Peter DAICOS. Looks pretty good. Maybe not quite good enough. One behind. Well, I suppose Footscray supporters are saying all it deserved.
He's had a quiet day, hasn't he?
Judging by those stats, and quiet by his standards, certainly. 7 1/4 minutes left in this term. Michael Ford. Wallis. Footscray captain. Oh, gets decked. Play on. Wigney. There was a free kick paid. The advantage rule. Wallis has not moved. Williams takes the mark.
I don't know whether the umpires made that report because he looked as if he's going back to Kelly, then ran on up the field with play.
Right behind play.
It's involving Kelly. Millane's in there. DAICOS. Bayliss. Ford. Wigney.
Plays about 50 metres away from this. There it is on the other flank.
And I think the umpire has made a report too.
It looks like being a busy night at the tribunal then tomorrow night, just in this game alone. McGuinness, centering kick from left half forward. Out comes Campbell. Good play by McEwen to get it to McGuinn. McGuinn chips it from the 50-metre mark up towards midfield, and Turner gets around his teammate and an opponent in McPherson. Well played from Jamie Turner. Long bomb. Ford nearly took the mark. That could be holding the ball, very similar to the one that DAICOS applied, but not paid by the umpire.
Now he's going over and speaking to Craig Kelly. He took the book out and wrote something down. Now he's going in, informing him he is reported.
And the emergency umpire came out and spoke to Michael Ford, who chased Kelly down the ground.
Could be interesting, Dennis.
Could be, Don.
Won't be able to show any replay at all tonight. Cousins. Atkins. Collins throws an opponent to the ground. McGuinness, now it's Hawkins. Battling, well tackled by Barwick. Out it comes to Eppleton. A high kick doesn't cover much distance. Out towards the boundary line. It beats Williams and McGuinn. Let's go down to Michael Roberts. Michael, what's the matter with Paul Tuddenham?
Paul Tuddenham's in a lot of pain. They've taken him off. He's sitting there, and I think it's a badly damaged hamstring.
Well, that's not good news. So obviously he won't be taking much further part in the game. Hawkins' kick is long towards the left centre wing. KERRISON went without the ball. And it'll be another ball up in one of the heaviest parts of the ground. So 5 1/4 minutes left in an action-packed third quarter, which Footscray have come back from a 9-point deficit to at the moment lead 68 48 and against the wind. Socked away by Steve McPherson down towards the practice wicket area. Ball still kept in play, not for much longer though. It'll be thrown in round about the 50-metre mark. That's the left half forward flank for the home side.
Just under 5 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Very gloomy at the Western Oval. There's the throw in. Footscray in a great position to cause a real upset here. McGuinness, sweeping hand pass. Royal again. Goes looking for Campbell again. Can he hang on? Not that time. Williams waiting behind. Working over the ball, Williams. Held without it, surely. Play goes on. Crashing in was Renstead, who's back on the ground. McEwen dives in. McGuinn falls on top of Williams and will have a ball up. Well, Williams a bit stiff there. The umpire's got the ball about 30 metres away from Footscray's attacking goal. They lead by 20 points. Kennedy towards Collins, can't control it. KERRISON in deep trouble. Down he goes. Royals on top of the ball. Kennedy's on top of KERRISON. And the umpire calls for it again. Well, it's been a willing game, this one. Shane KERRISON, a tagging role today.
Got one in the head there, KERRISON.
Just listening to Lee Matthews in the box alongside us, he's not very happy. McGuinness gets the kick away and just misses. Some of these running players for Footscray now causing big concern for Collingwood and Lee Matthews. There he is. He's wanting to know who's picking up some of those Footscray players. McEwen, long kick. It's gone about 80 metres and the mark is taken by Banks. Plays on quickly, gets it to Hawke. Hawke on centre wing is dragged down. Great work by Footscray again. That was Hawkins who got him. Meantime, Collingwood work it forward. McGuinn gives it across to MILLANE. A high kick towards half forward. Bayliss misses it. behind an opportunity for Hunter. Close to the boundary line. There's the time remaining. Hunter out of the back pocket. Hawkins. He's at left half back, Doug Hawkins, the most experienced player on the ground. Game number 214 from memory. Towards centre wing. Manson. Oh, what a mark. Great mark over the top.
Second attempt.
He nearly lost it as he came down. And a fine grab. 2.5 minutes in the quarter remaining. Manson, can Collingwood get a goal? Get themselves into some reasonable position for the last quarter. Hogg tries to affect the hand pass. Good tackle applied by MILLANE. Picked up by Hawke through some pretty heavy traffic. The kick into the open spaces of the forward line. Now Bayliss kicks it off the ground. Not real VFL standard. That was park stuff.
I think you've seen Maradona do that somewhere.
Not a favourable comparison, Dennis.
No.
So boundary throw in. Collingwood's left forward pocket. Magpies needing a goal. Cousins and Kelly. Kelly breaks away. Kick smothered. McLean determined to come back over that side, which is the defensive side. Saunders misses it. McGuinness. Renstead. Will he look for DAICOS? No, he's looked for Christian instead. Into right in the forward pocket. Eccleston content to take the ball over the boundary line for a throw-in. 1.5 minutes remaining in the term.
There was a real hospital handball there from Christian, putting right under real pressure.
Cousins and Kelly. Cousins loops out the hand pass. Atkins. McGuinness has had a great quarter, and that's out of bounds. Footscray gaining some 35 metres. The ball close to the half-back flank now. And McGuinness has stats 15 kicks and 6 hand passes. I think you'll find probably about most of those anyway would have come in this quarter. Renstead to McGuan. Punch away should be the order of the day, but Bayliss is too strong. And this will be a valuable goal if he can kick it for Collingwood right on the 3/4 time siren. And he's just out of position there, Michael Ford, and 2 bites. Sufficient for Bayliss for his second goal. He shouldn't miss from there with the wind behind him, directly in front, 30 metres out, and has missed. Oh dear, that could prove costly. I had already penciled that one in.
That is a big miss, isn't it?
Ford does the kicking in, close to siren time.
Out of the head of Hawkins. Can Collingwood get the final goal? They've got 18 seconds in which to get it, if it's going to come. Wigney's in front, knocks it to the ground. Alexander in the tackle, gets it away. Renstead, who's been a star, goes Goldwood and just misses. He spent some time off the ground. It was hard to understand. Renstead now has had 20 possessions. And bear in mind, he was off for a good 15 minutes. 3/4 time, big roar goes up around the Western Oval. Great quarter, perhaps their best of the season for Footscray. They lead 10-9 to 7-8.
Places I don't wanna be, faces I don't wanna see. Change the scene, too much to us, just to know I've been, even though it won't last.
Sometimes your car is the only place to be. So Shell developed a fuel that's the only way to go.
Jeez, wouldn't mind one of those.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Shell Ultra.
I wanna be free.
The only unleaded fuel with a combustion enhancer to make sure that nothing gets between you and what you want to be.
Ways I was redefined, unrestricted, unrestrained, nothing ventured, nothing gained. I wanna be free. I wanna be me. I wanna be.
This is the 420 export pie. It's bigger, chunkier, and now available oven fresh from these very special 420 hot shops. You'll love it, because while 420 have taken the pie out of Australia, they've taken none of the Australian out of the pie.
Activate CC, the cough silencer.
If you want a high return investment without any hidden charges, try a state mortgage. High returns, nice and safe.
Would you hand over $100 to a stranger? The Brighton con man has persuaded dozens to do just that. You could help catch him. Watch Australia's Most Wanted tonight. Next on Hinch.
A hard-working woman injured on the job ends up with a $10,000 compensation cheque she did not want and did not need.
Suppose I'm not the bloodsy, all right? All right, I'm not the bloodsy.
A medical production line, the workers' compo nightmare, next on Hinch.
Big third quarter by the Bulldogs. They kicked 6 goals to 1 against the wind to lead by 19 points at the last change, making it difficult for the Magpies going into the last quarter into the wind. We pick it up at the start.
Final quarter at the Western Oval. Footscray leading by 19 points after they trailed by 9 at half-time. Can the Bulldogs go on with it? We'll find out in 30 minutes' time. McLean takes first possession for the term, can't get clear, runs into a wall of Collingwood players. Renstead to MILLANE, good football. Good tackle though applied by McLean, and has left to McGuinness to boot Footscray forward, albeit not very far, and it's out of bounds on the Bulldogs' right half forward flank, but a long way from goal.
Peter, interesting to note that Collingwood not playing the loose man as they did in the second quarter. They're trying to save the game now. Then they're trying to win it now, and it's a real man-on-man situation.
More attacking football perhaps from the Magpies in this term. KERRISON well tackled by WALLIS. Kennedy's kick only travels about 5 metres. Williams leaves it for Collins. Collins over the top. Royal, who had a brilliant third quarter, opens with a goal in the last.
Well, the signs are not good for Collingwood, but they're good for Footscray. And I've been in the situation that Collingwood are in right now, and it's a horrible feeling out here at Footscray. They're very parochial. And the way they set this up, Williams there shepherding, Collins coming through, over to Royal, who has had a bad season as far as injury, really didn't have a pre-season, now is just making the senior side. A good goal and something that Footscray needed, Collingwood no.
15 possessions to Brian Royal, that was his first goal. Royal and McGuinness, real catalyst in the third quarter to get the Bulldogs firing. Now 25 points the difference after that goal to Royal in the last quarter. Footscray again through Hawkins. Lofty punt kick, knock on by Williams was clever football to get it clear of McGuinn, and also Banks. It's out of bounds, left half forward flank for Footscray.
So a very big challenge now for the Magpies to win this from here. Boundary throw in outer side. Christian and Kennedy doing the ruck work. Kennedy in front. Hawke tried to take clean possession. It falls to McPherson again. Footscray go forward. Opportunity for Campbell. Can he get a boot on it? Yes, he can.
Well, they can do no wrong. That's his 4th goal, Adrian Campbell. 81 playing 50.
He was in 2 minds there, got to let it go or to kick it.
And here it is, McPherson underneath, putting it high, and really luck's going their way. You can see Campbell behind there, and the ball just bouncing over Turner and McEwen. And Campbell behind, not the best place to be, but he was first to recover, and his 4th goal.
Well, Collingwood have kicked only 1 goal since the 22-minute mark of the first quarter, so since that time they have been outscored 12-1, a remarkable statistic. Down goes McPherson, taken high. He'll get the free kick alongside the centre circle. Steve McPherson, there's Mark Bayliss standing the mark. Nothing to smile about. McPherson going for distance, a long bomb. It's gone about 65 metres. Good judgment shown by Turner in front of Royal. Jamie Turner. This defence has really been under pressure. Turner goes towards the outer side. Monkhorst the target. Hawkins took it off hands. KERRISON an opportunity. Footscray wanted it more, and the mark is taken there by Williams.
He could just about kick this.
And the breeze has sprung up too, Peter. That windsock erect.
Mark Williams has played very well today, formerly with Carlton. Will kick from about 55 metres out. In firm going. Has it got the carry? Not quite. Big pack into the air. Off hands and through for a minor score. Footscray extend their lead. 12-10 to 7-8. Goes Kelly. disconsolate. And this is McEwen to kick it in. What a performance by the Bulldogs. A real upset is brewing here at the Western Oval. Brown, strong mark.
He's been quiet since quarter time.
Hasn't he? Plays on Hawkins. Pressed him twice. Scrambled out of defence by Collingwood. This is McLean to Steve Wallis. Across it comes to Hunter. The hurried kick goes towards centre half forward. McPherson takes the mark.
Now Steve McPherson 55 metres out. With the breeze behind him, would need to aim for the left goal post, judging by the windsock that Don mentioned. He's gone for a short pass, though, instead to Collins. And Collins marks inside 50. You can see the distance there and the angle. Well within kicking distance with the wind behind him. Here's the pass again. Collins making good position. Has kicked 1 goal today. He won't add to his tally with that, except in a minor form, 1 behind.
He kicks the ball in a similar fashion to what Gavin Brown did earlier. They both drop the ball from a fair height and don't guide it onto their foot.
33 points the difference. Brown had a great first quarter. Good tackle, Williams, to take McGuan over the boundary line. Typical of the pressure applied by Footscray after the main break when they trailed by 9 points. As Don said, out here at the Western Oval, things can often turn sour for visiting sides. Picked up by Steve Wallis, but there's going to be a free kick to be taken by former captain Rick Kennedy. So skipper to former skipper. Strong mark. Campbell didn't pay it, the umpire. Williams. Campbell, can he make amends? He's got to beat 3 Collingwood players. Farms it out. Tried to get it to McPherson. McEwen. Got it back to Brown. We're a good tackle, McGuinness. He'll finish up with the ball. Oh, excellently done by Tony McGuinness.
A free kick.
The umpire has brought it back. And it will be a free kick to Paul Hawke. Monkhorst. Did he play on? McGuinness. A little bit too late. Atkins. Hunter. Tapped on beautifully to McLean. McLean still inside the square. Goes for the spiral punt kick down towards the goal square. But McEwen just showing a little bit more judgment and experience than Campbell.
Timely mark goes out wide to accommodate Banks right on the boundary line. Dennis Banks, a last-minute inclusion in this team today. Francisca and Morwood pulling out. Banks from half-back, still short of the wing with a kick. Christian was up. It falls to DAICOS. Meyer tackler. Now he's away. Peter DAICOS kicks through centre wing. Brown to Barwick. Doug Barwick, one of their better players. Inside 50 with a kick. Wigney leads back in the race. Manson and Wigney, still they battle after it. White going nowhere. Wigney by Hogg.
Wigney unlucky not to receive the free kick there because he was retarded when he didn't have the ball by Manson.
Right, like Banks, coming in at the last moment. Cousins. Intelligent ruck knock. Eccleston right on the boundary line is claimed by Alexander. The ball goes out of bounds and will be thrown in. Signs of frustration in this Collingwood side now. Who would have thought after half-time? Footscray came out with all guns blazing. Huge third turn. Manson, clean possession. Can he inspire his side? Bayliss has got it now. Gets it away to right on the boundary line. Pulls it back across his body. They'll contest on the kickoff line. Wigney should have marked that. Manson an opportunity. Can Collingwood get their first goal into the breeze? No, they can't. Footscray hold the line and force it behind.
83 to 51 with 18.25 minutes left in the quarter. And therefore the match in the gloom at the Western Oval getting pretty dark here. Not quite as dark as we had last week at the North Hobart Oval. But certainly approaching that. I think if Dickie Bird were out there, he'd call it a day. Plenty of advice from the crowd. Wigney looking for a lead across the half-back line. Decides to go long. Might have been a good choice. Monkhorst missed the mark. Leaves it for Banks. Only his 4th kick of the afternoon. Barwick falls over in front of McLean. Looks for a clean possession. Can't get it. Barwick. Beautifully done. Great skills from Barwick. Pass not quite where he intended. Eccleston just up from the right back pocket. Kennedy got the front position, then went for the knock-on, more in hope perhaps than anything else. No Footscray players there. Renstead to Alexander was good football. And at the back, Bayliss, wearing 2 jumpers, I think, shoots at goal and misses. He's kicked one already. He's got a long sleeve one on over a short, I think. Can't blame him for that. Terry Wallis warming up on the boundary line. It might take him a while because he hasn't been on since the first quarter. Michael Ford to kick in. Like most fullbacks, has gone long with the breeze. Big pack of players out there, and a fine mark has been taken by Brown. Over it goes to McGuan. In the true centre-half forward position, Bayliss at the back. A chance for a goal. Can he make amends? He can't. He's missed to the same side again. So another behind to the Magpies with 17 minutes remaining in the game. They trail by 5 goals.
Mark Bayliss giving up the ball rather reluctantly. Ford's got it. Goes for the short pass and finds Royal in the pocket. Wallis immediately on the ground, wants to be in the play, and I don't think Royal saw him. He came on through the interchange gates and was free about 40 metres down the ground. Not where you'd expect the lead to come from. Royal goes for distance. Monkhorst leads back through the legs of DAICOS. Steve Wallace got it across to Terry Wallace. Now it's with Hunter. Over the top to Kennedy. Kennedy at right half forward. Footscray, loose men everywhere on the forward line. McGuinness takes the mark. It was a 3-on-1 situation down the ground. And McGuinness now will kick it goal from about 30 metres out on a 45-degree angle.
I thought that might have come unstuck there because all I saw was Campbell, and Kennedy's intention was Campbell. It was McGuinness who just chipped in and made something out of nothing.
McGuinness kicking at his first goal. Busy player this afternoon. 23rd possession. Tony McGuinness, it's close. He thinks it's a goal, so does he.
That's it. Had enough. I understand you've worked all your life and you can't afford a holiday.
Where do you want to go?
Anywhere but here.
Okay, let's do it.
What with?
Read this.
You've got this much? We've got this much? How did we do this?
It's called savings, Dan. Remember, savings comes before spending.
Bit of interest.
Every day of the year.
I can't take this. You saved it. It's your money.
No, it's our money, Stan.
For a minimum deposit of $50, a State Bank investment account allows you to watch your money grow while you earn high interest calculated daily, and your money's at call.
Seems a shame to spend it.
I'm sure you'll think of something.
State Bank investment account. We never forget. It's your money.
You'd be so nice to come home to.
Good afternoon, Master James.
You'd be warm and cozy as a fire. Always there to lend a hand. Helpful, courteous and cool. When you've got a gold head, good help's not hard to find.
Not sandwich.
You'd be so nice, you'd be paradise to come home to. Gold Air.
Evening, sir.
Gold Air, the best help you can get.
Now don't forget, hockey starts at 10.
Oh, yeah, hockey at 10.
Brownies at 10:30.
Brownies at 10:30.
We're going to fix her in the tween.
Sarah, basketball.
We're going to fix the backstage.
I don't want to
meet Jason and Hamburger Harry's up at the game.
Jason, who's Jason? What happened to what's his name? Look, kids, what about what I want to do? A little time for myself.
We've got lunch with your parents at 12, so don't be late.
Mitsubishi Nimbus.
Hi, Mr. Sanderson.
The perfect family car for the not-so-perfect family.
Here we see a yoga teacher demonstrating how to achieve total relaxation. And here we see Arthur Bailey demonstrating how he achieves total relaxation with the help of his new feet seat. Yes, the feet seat certainly makes the most comfortable chair even more comfortable, transporting you to a state of total relaxation in a matter of seconds. The feet seat. total relaxation for around $20.
For a versatile 35mm camera system, you'd need to get a big case of equipment, something like this. Or you could get a Ricoh Mirai, a complete SLR camera system in one neat package. A power zoom lens from 35 to 135mm, autofocus, exposure, flash, digital program readout, and of course, manual program shift. The Ricoh Mirai. For the first time, a complete SLR package in a camera, not a case.
Tony McGuinness' 17th kick, and the attendance here this afternoon, 18,775. Since half-time, Footscray have kicked 9-6 to 1-8. I guess that's indicated on the field. Atkins, McLean runs into two Collingwood players, looks for the free kick. The umpire has paid one.
Something gone wrong on the Collingwood back line because Footscray have got a loose man on their forward line. A cardinal sin.
Kicking with the breeze, that's not a bad situation to have, is it?
Could be useful if they get it up there quickly enough. Christian, big punch away. Steve Wallis, Hunter.
Oh.
It could have been a free against McGuinness. Brown caught by McGuinness. Now there's a play on call. The umpire saying play on. And Mick McGuinn
might have played the advantage, I think, to Brown.
Well, it's got to be holding the ball then, doesn't it?
Play on.
Well, Terry Wallace has stood there when he realised what was happening, just grabbed McGuinn on the ground, and the umpire then is duty-bound to pay holding the ball. It was a tough call because McGuinn certainly should have got the kick. It was awarded, but he paid the advantage.
Certainly a grey area, as we've mentioned earlier in the call today. Banks fumbles. Oh, at the back, McGuinness, luck's a fortune. Snapshot is good. His second in a minute.
Today's game is part of the Carlton and United Breweries 1989 Premiership season.
Well, a big win by Footscray there with that fantastic third quarter. And look at Collingwood with just one goal after quarter time. And considering Footscray's place on the ladder, a great disappointment to Collingwood. After the match, Tony McGuinness, one of Footscray's stars, spoke to Michael Roberts.
Footscray have had an up and down season so far this year. It must be great to be back on the winning list.
Yeah, it sure is, Michael. It's a funny old game, footy, you know, with the state game last week. Probably the most disappointing day of my footy career, and exactly the opposite today. It was a very disciplined, tremendous performance by the boys.
Now, the wind, it must have been a great advantage kicking down to that scoreboard end.
Well, the Western Oval, we train here 3 or 4 times a week, and it's always windy like this, so we get used to these type of conditions. And when we're on our game and we play a disciplined game, we play very well into the wind. You know, we run it well against it, and it makes us work a lot harder.
An outstanding third quarter. What did Coach Malthouse say at half-time for the boys to come out and play like that?
Well, I just thought that the boys got a terrific lift in the second quarter. I mean, they kicked 6 goals in the first quarter, and obviously it was 6 goals up at quarter time, and we played a pretty good second quarter, which just lifted the boys' confidence a bit, I think. And you know, we got the ball out of the centre early and got a couple of breaks early in that third quarter, and I thought that was the best quarter we played for a very long time.
And the league ladder at the completion of round 14, Collingwood, despite that loss, still in 5th place, but North Melbourne just a game behind, and they caught up a fair bit of percentage in this round. But look at Footscray. They moved ahead of Carlton, Sydney and Richmond by getting the points and improving their percentage, and Footscray zoomed right up the ladder as a result of that. 3 players today reported. 1 on the Gold Coast, Alex Sashenko, for allegedly striking Gary Lyon, and 2 at the Western Oval, and 2 more Collingwood players, Shane Kerrison for striking Hanbury, and Craig Kelly for allegedly striking Steve Wallis. So already with their captain Tony Shaw out, 2 more Collingwood players reported. Next weekend in round 15, Collingwood and Carlton at the Park, Melbourne and North Melbourne, Fitzroy and St Kilda, Essendon and the West Coast. The first night game on the Gold Coast, Brisbane and Geelong. 2 on Sunday, Sydney and Footscray, and Richmond and Hawthorn. Hope you've enjoyed tonight's replay. Good night to you all.
This has been...
Went down behind play and a few ugly scenes.